Hey everyone, my name's Natalie. You're probably wondering how a regular girl like me ended up inheriting a haunted mansion, right? Well, I'm going to tell you a spine-chilling story about my adventure in my late grandfather's eerie mansion and how I discovered that there were ghosts who wanted me out, or worse, dead. It all started when I received the news that my grandfather had passed away. I was his only heir, and to my surprise, he left me his mansion. I was thrilled because I always admired that huge old place. So I decided to move in right away. When I arrived, I was greeted by Mary, my grandfather's longtime housekeeper. She was an elderly woman with a kind face, but her eyes seemed to hide something that made me feel uneasy. "Welcome, Natalie," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "I'm so glad you decided to come. Your grandfather would have been very happy." "Thanks, Mary," I replied, trying to shake off the strange feeling. "I can't wait to explore the place." That night, as I was getting ready for bed, I heard footsteps coming from the hallway. I assumed it was Mary, so I didn't think much of it. But then, I started hearing whispers just outside my bedroom door. I couldn't make out what they were saying, but it sounded like multiple voices. I got up and slowly opened the door, but there was no one there. The next day, I decided to explore the mansion. I couldn't help but feel like I was being watched, but I brushed it off as just my overactive imagination. Then I stumbled upon a hidden room. It was filled with old paintings, books, and a huge mirror that seemed to be the centerpiece of the room. As I was admiring the mirror, I heard a voice behind me. I turned around, but there was no one there. The voice spoke again, and this time it was coming from the mirror. "Hello, Natalie," the voice said. I couldn't believe my ears. It was my grandfather's voice. I was stunned, but managed to reply, "Grandpa, is that you?" "Yes, my dear. I'm sorry for scaring you, but I needed to warn you about the danger you're in," he explained. "This mansion is haunted by ghosts who want you out, or worse, dead. They're trapped here because of a curse, and they'll do anything to break free." I was terrified, but I knew I had to ask, how can I break the curse and set them free? "The curse can only be broken by finding the key hidden somewhere in the mansion. The ghosts know you're their only hope, but they're desperate and dangerous. You must find the key and set them free. But be careful, Natalie." I spent days searching for the key, constantly feeling the presence of the ghosts. They would whisper to me, making it hard for me to sleep or concentrate. One day, as I was searching in the library, a book fell from the shelf. It was a diary, and as I read through it, I discovered that the key I was looking for was hidden inside a small wooden box buried in the garden. Determined, I went out to the garden and started digging. The ghosts were getting more aggressive, and I knew I didn't have much time. Finally, I found the box, and as I opened it, I saw the key inside. I could feel the ghosts surrounding me, their whispers growing louder and more intense. Suddenly, Mary appeared in the garden. "Natalie, what are you doing?" she asked, her eyes wide with fear. "I found the key, Mary. The key to break the curse and set the ghosts free," I said, holding up the small, rusty key. Mary's expression changed from fear to relief, and she nodded. "You're doing the right thing, Natalie, but be careful. The ghosts will try to stop you." With the key in my hand, I went back into the mansion. The whispers grew louder and the temperature dropped. I could feel the desperation of the ghosts as I approached the mirror in the hidden room. I knew I had to act fast. "Grandpa, I found the key. What do I do now?" I shouted over the deafening whispers. His voice came through the mirror, faint but clear.
"There's a small lock in the mirror's frame. Insert the key and turn it. But be quick, Natalie. The ghosts won't let you do it easily."
I frantically searched for the lock and found it hidden in an intricate carving on the frame. As I inserted the key, the whispers turned into screams, and I felt the ghost trying to pull me away from the mirror. I struggled to keep my balance as I turned the key, and then everything went silent. The temperature returned to normal, and the heavy presence of the ghosts was gone. The curse had been broken. My grandfather's voice came through the mirror one last time.
Thank you, Natalie. You've set them free. And now they can finally rest in peace. I'm so proud of you. Take care of the mansion, and always remember that I love you.
As the mirror's surface returned to normal, I knew that my grandfather was at peace, and the mansion was no longer haunted. With Mary's help, I decided to turn the mansion into a beautiful bed and breakfast, keeping my grandfather's memory alive and giving the place a new beginning. Life in the mansion was never the same after that. The whispers and the eerie presence were gone, replaced with laughter and warmth. My guests would sometimes ask me if the place was haunted, and I would just smile and say, "Not anymore." But I would always remember the adventure I had and the ghosts I had set free, and I knew that my grandfather would be proud of the home I had made in his beloved mansion. That's it. That was my story. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to not miss the next one. See you soon.